Oh, please. Now, listen, I don't want you to let my tone lead you to believe I'm not in a great mood. It's 60. It's sunny. We are. We had a very lively pre-show. I'm not in a bad place, I promise. But we got to have some conversation, starting with why is Jeremy Otto dressed like Lou Carnesecca, 1983 over here?
What's wrong with I'm in khakis and a sweater. No matter what I wear, whether it's a logo, something, khakis or a sweater, I never can get it right for him.
Yes, you can. You're beautiful.
Pipe burst in my house.
Listen, hold on. Do you understand the reference?
He has had enough.
I don't actually.
Okay, hold on.
He's had enough. He's had enough with you, Mike.
I know, and I love it.
He is not.
I'm going to show you. I'll show you the reference. When are you back? 2:30 or 3?
3.
At 3 o'clock, I'll show you the reference.
All right.
I got you covered. You're good.
All right.
But it was an iconic look that he had. So it's actually, if you know the reference, that's why I was like, oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll just wear this every day then.
You should. Q-zips are a powerful look for a powerful man. All right, let's get to business. I want to sell you something, and I don't know that I'm right. So much like when we approach this on trade deadline day, I am going to ask for the blessing of Kenneth G. Cott and of the Hockey Elite. If you think I step out of line with my presentation here, you can tell me. But I watched the Red Wings last night in completion, start to painful finish. As they lose, it's a hockey thing that's weird where the puck doesn't cross the line, but the shot was released, but we're not going to do it like every other sport thing. They lose 2-1. They got goalied. But I watched it last night, and Kenny and I had a very nice text exchange all evening. Some of it funny, some of it not. But I was feeling certain things, and it seemed like, felt like, sounded like. Last night is what I would call a Latte Larry game. Yes. Mocha Joe! So listen, we are all fans of Curb on this show. Tell me if last night was a Latte Larry spite store loss. It was a spite loss to the Yzerplan. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All last summer, we begged the Red Wings, let's trade for a goalie. Let's get an upgrade. You got beat by a team that did trade for a goalie in Linus Ullmark. Now, has he been perfect? No. Can he still goalie your ass on any given night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Proven last night.
He saved the puck with his head. He saved the puck with his ass. He saved everything. As the Wings, basically 2-1, 50-25, even numbers math. Spite store. A guy you let go scores a goal in David Perron. We wanted the Wings to make a big trade. You were linked to Dylan Cousins. Who got him? Oh, the team that beat you last night. And he scored the game winner. And don't even get me started that the Senators made the exact trade you could have and should have made, going and getting Zetterlund or whatever the hell his name is, the second line center from the Sharks, 40 points, restricted free agent. He makes no money. And the RFA in hockey's powerful because if you sign a guy to an offer sheet, they actually come to your house and kill you. Here's my point. Add up all of those factors. It was almost like Team A is doing it the right way. Team B sat there and said, we can't go all in. Team A wins. And by the way, for not doing everything the right way, you're going to lose on a buzzer beater. By that much.
But hey.
They
sold it.
That was my feeling as the Wings were celebrating, and I was the sad monkey from Planet of the Apes. Because in the bottom left of your screen, it was...
Right. I was like, wait, did it count? They acted like they just won Game 7. Like, they're celebrating. Like, no, guys.
They were trying to win an Oscar.
And you know, deep in that huddle, they were like, this doesn't count. Right?
I don't care. Keep jumping. Right. All right, so, Kenny... Am I off base in feeling last night was a Latte Larry spite store to Yzerman? The Senators did everything we asked the Wings to do, and the Senators beat you with every single point that we wanted the Wings to do. They did, and each of those things beat you.
Yeah, each single item is what we have not done. And the Perron thing, when he scored, I was like, of course.
And the guy's got like 3 goals this year because he's been hurt.
It's like, and by the way, I didn't mind them letting Perron go. That's not the crux of this argument, but it was funny that he ended up scoring as a part of this Latte Larry Spite store. The Dylan Cousins thing, I was like, well, of course.
And Allmark. Because we brought it up on this show.
I brought up the name Allmark, I believe, over the summer.
100% you did.
And it was the ultimate Spite store. It was the ultimate Latte Larry. And I felt like that drop we just played when I watched that puck go in and I saw the ref in the corner waving it off. I'm like, oh, they're gonna wave it off.
Quickest replay ever.
And by the way, that was a hell of a sell job by the Red Wings, jumping up and down like they just won Game 7.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny, the ref was like, all right, I don't think it counted, but we'll go. Wait, hold on. Yep, we're right. It's over.
They did such a good job selling it that I celebrated until I saw the ref waving it off, and I was like, oh.
Right, they show the replay.
Well.
Clock is already at 0. You don't even see the puck coming close to the goalie.
The puck's not even in the
yet.
crease area yet. I think they were very well aware.
I was like, wait, is it the puck already in the net? Oh, wait, it's
even if they would have called it goal on the ice, they would have just as quickly overturned it as they did in that replay.
So we wanted to start with this. We will get to the Lions a little bit. I've got a question. I think there is a divide within the fan base. We're going to talk about it. But I want to ask this question to Red Wing fans. And then I have Rico's power stat of the day. I had asked the question yesterday to Kenny, and I said, look, if they lose this thing in regulation tomorrow, they don't even steal a point. It's just a straight-up 4-point game. It feels like, to me, the season's over. And I asked, is that hyperbolic? Is that me being a dumb guy because I don't watch the Swedish Hockey League? Just help me. And Kenny didn't necessarily disagree. And again, guys, there's 11 games on the road, 7 at home. You got 2 against the Golden Knights. You got 2 against the Hurricanes. You got Florida on. It's a real murderer's row. And this team is snake bit. And that leads me to the power stat. But I want to ask you, the people. Tuesday, March 11th at 2:09 in the afternoon on a beautiful afternoon in Metro Detroit. Hockey Elite, I call to you. Are you ready to call it? Nona's not breathing anymore. Are you ready to call time of death? Tuesday, March 11th, 2:09, the 2024-2025 Detroit Red Wings. Are you ready to sign the death certificate? And you're not a bad person if you say yes, and you're not a bad person if you say no. But here's the power stat. Do you realize they've been stuck on 66 points for 2 weeks? Yeah. I'm going to need you to go ahead and
see you tomorrow too, guys.
Come in on Sunday. 2 weeks. And now the gap is growing, and they've been passed by the Rangers, passed by Montreal. Obviously, the gap to Ottawa and to Columbus, you're sitting at 4 points plus. I believe 1 or 2 of the teams has a game in hand. I want to ask, are you, and it is a question, don't get all bent out of shape, Hockey Elite. Are you ready to call it? Are you ready to sign the death certificate on this team? And did you view last night as a referendum on the Yzer plan? Fair or not, human emotion in the moment is real. We wanted a goalie. They went and got Linus Ullmark. Hey, you got Peter Mrazek, which, by the way, no disrespect to anybody on the TV broadcast, but could you power it down a little bit? Maybe don't take 2 of the blue pills before the broadcast. I got Chris Osgood selling me that Mrazek could catch fire and carry this team. What, Chris?
Based on what?
Yeah,
what has he done in the last 4 or 5 years that would make you possibly believe he's capable of catching fire?
Based on the hot goalie thing.
No, based on boner vision. I don't know. Let's stop.
When your defense isn't particularly good and your stats aren't particually good,
here's the
what
other
about
one.
that adds up to wins?
Here's the other one. Your house is on fire, but you know what? Here, look this way. Look at the sunset. Did you hear or see the sales pitch on Pelika and a full Swedish hockey breakdown by the broadcast last night? Guys, I don't care. He's on the other side of the planet.
Not here yet.
It is not relevant to anything we're doing right now. Hey, I know this sucks, but just look into the future. Guys, please.
Wait for the kids, Mike.
No, please. Ken, are you ready to sign the death certificate?
And you can tell me what percent of this is copium.
How about this? Here's what you know what I want to do?
Okay.
I want you to think about it.
All right.
I want you to tell us on the flip side. And I want to give you a chance to talk to your people on the phone lines, because we all know when we talk hockey, you host your own little talk show on the phone lines. 248-539-9797. Hockey Elite, don't make me play the Matterhorn. Is the season over? 2/12, Tuesday, March 11th. Are the Red Wings done? I feel like they are. I feel like last night was the universe telling you, you're not living right. The Yzer plan and everything you should have done was on display, and that's why Ottawa stole that game.
Yeah, see, I think that was the final nail in the coffin for me. It was the Utah loss. Like, I've seen this before. I know exactly where this is going.
Yep. And if you don't want to call it, you're not a bad person. You will not be yelled at. You won't be made fun of. I'm asking you emotionally where you're at today. 248-539-9797. David, any thoughts by you? Thank you for the curb music, by the way. That was touching.
About to say, so is this that car flag meter that we're doing?
There's no such thing as a car flag right now.
There was only one person who had a car flag last night, and it was Osgood. He was at full mast. Mrazek is shown he can get hot and carry a team. And I'm like, where? For the Cincinnati Cyclones? This guy's been terrible for 4 years.
On rookie mode on NHL.
Yeah, oh, man. Go ahead, David.
No, last night was a microcosm of what the Yzer plan era is. It's like you're trying so hard and we're just keep hitting a brick wall. Like shot after shot after shot, chance after chance to make the playoffs, and we're constantly hitting a brick wall. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like last night.
Are you willing to sign the death certificate, or are you giving Nona a chance for life-saving measures?
I will wait on Kenny's answer, but I'm already getting ready for the funeral. I'm setting my eulogy up. I'm preparing it.
David, I'm like you. I've already gone to the room. I've said my goodbyes, and we talked, we laughed, we shared, we cried.
And Nona looks so peaceful.
Right. And I just know the offseason is going to be such a better place.
And I do want to say, if you do have someone who has passed away in your life, David does DJ funerals. Did it earlier in the week. Last week, it was unbelievable. I didn't know you could DJ a celebration of life, but David, offer your services. You got bills to pay. What's the problem?
Yeah, 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
David played the electric slide at the funeral the other day.
Yeah.
Buy one, get
one free. Another one.
What, 2 for 1 funeral?
I'll do this funeral and throw in a wedding for free.
Right. You get future considerations for when your next family member dies.
Can you do the Cupid shuffle for the white folks?
Okay, 248.
To the left.
Okay.
David out there playing Baby Got Back.
You know what? Okay, we'll get to the people next.